Greetings, salutations, humans. It is interesting that we have observed through the human exchanges and have been currently watching the nature of Earth as it is now. It's a very interesting time for your human collective. There are so many things shifting in a geopolitical sense, and so many things shifting in the singular autonomous human perspective, and also an independent sovereign human perspective, that it's a very large time for the history of human beings. Recognition that comes to us from very large quantities of looking more deeply at the human experience and the human place in the galaxy. The one thing that we've come to recognize is that human beings have a very long history in the galaxy with many different beings that worked towards helping or harming human development. And to us, we've seen many different races have genetics changed, sometimes even once or twice after initial. But to have these repetitive changes and to have all of these other races be a part of your history, it's quite unique. In our own original galaxy, much of the way that it works here isn't the same. Our own galaxy holds a different type of experience than this galaxy does, but this galaxy holds a very different feel for all of experience. So it's very unique to see the human consciousness with these other beings working so strongly. Another aspect of that history of humans is that your history is so hidden from you, that there's so much about your history that you have no ability to recover, or no ability to comprehend, or no ability to perceive from your own historians. And even your modern history seems to be written in ways that are not always truthful, which is very hard for you, we see, and very difficult for humans to come to conclusions together. The way that we've seen many races operate is a sharing of information and a sense of transparency through the sharing of those observations, which makes it easy for conclusions to be met and conclusions to be accepted and shared by the entire collective. We see now why there is so much division with human beings to one another, but we also see that starting to break away in the human historical standpoint. Many humans now continue to see these things play out in front of them and are all starting to come to similar conclusions, that what even at this moment you're being told is a truth isn't the truth, that the things that they say to you are meant as an objective for them to hide other things. This is very unique, and we want to give you our own energy of desire, our own energy of power, our own energy of excitement as you navigate these very difficult times and as you look for the truth. One thing that we know from our own experience and from our own meetings of other races is that the truth comes to you in ways you would never expect. That the truth comes to you when you're in this part of evolution at a very important time. It's when you least expect it from the source that you least expect it. So many humans we've seen only will accept one or two different sources of information. They say that this is the truth and this is the true understanding, but often won't look to the other human beings who are there to share the truths with him. There are other humans around the world who are telling you what they are experiencing. And we see this specific incidents that happens with a certain nation of war. And this happens to you. And humans are saying that there are other humans who are angry that their leader was removed, and angry that this human that was taken out of their residence was being angry at the other humans who did this. But also, we've seen the same groups of human beings on the streets celebrating that this being was taken out of their country because of all the bad things that this human did to the people. So there's always a way to stop receiving information from people who tell you and actually look at the people who experience it. But it's hard for humans to trust each other. There are easier ways to find ways to trust humans. Even the trust situation we see is driven through technology increasing, the artificial intelligence that humans have had recently have produced very high quality technology that for some humans becomes indistinguishable from actual recorded video technology. So this makes it hard to even trust what others are going through and observing. But the thing we see is with many humans, they are simply listening to a source of information that comes from people who prefer to have their own perspective seen only. And when you have the way to find the truth, it's inside of you and by trusting other humans who have gone through the experience. The government beings in both countries, the news beings in both countries, we would say don't trust any of those. Just trust yourself and trust the human beings who are living through the experience. Do you want to know what happens to humans in that specific country? Find a human that lives there and speak to them. You have the technology to do that. If you don't trust your government, trust your neighbor. If they're a good person, you can always find the truth that's relevant for you by feeling into that truth rather than that of your governments or news or even other humans telling you what you should think, and speak to the humans who go through it. Many humans in other countries in the world, the areas from the Palestines, these humans have been harmed and hurt under the words of other humans also. And so many other human beings are simply putting their faith in what they hear. And they say this one country is good or this country is bad. But the fact is, humans are being harmed and hurt, innocent human beings. So, all of these things you can find out by going through the hidden aspects where these areas of governments or news humans try to share information with you, and just look at what the humans are experiencing. Trust your neighbor, even if you don't trust your systems, and your systems will eventually clean themselves up because you will have trusted your instinct and acted on that instead of others' instincts. This is the way. This is the canine consciousness is instinctual. It's all from instinct. The instinct we have by looking at your planet is that when you look at a system of government, almost all of that is not good. The systems are creating corruption because both parts of the government play a role of a different character. And as long as you have a feeling of legitimacy towards one or the other, you may ignore what's happening inside of your own allegiances. But when you use instinct only and trust your neighbors and make them worthy of your trust by having your instinct open, but also put them through scrutiny until you can trust them. Use the instincts. The instinct consciousness is strong in human beings, but it's been pushed away through conditioning. This is what we've noticed. The good news is that these systems won't be around for much longer. As a part of your evolution, you, the individual, and you, the local collective, the group that's with you, the group around you, that's the new power. That is the new system, sovereignty and community. We hope that this has been helpful for you, and we will come back again to give updates as we continue keeping an eye on you. Thank you.